back here at Love is Everywhere, and we are listening to Harold give us his experience. Now we're going to hear about his experience at rehab, his experience of God's love.
Yes, so as I was telling you, it was August 9th of 2017. On the afternoon, I started running 103 temperature, and so I had called my son to take me to the VA hospital.
What's your son's name?
Christopher.
Okay, Christopher.
So Chris, I couldn't get a hold of Chris,
Oh.
so I drove myself.
Wow, you did.
I don't remember driving myself, but I drove myself. I got to the hospital. They immediately called an ambulance and took me to UMC.
I see. So you went to the VA, but they took you to UMC.
UMC, yes. So at that point, the doctor had ever asked me if I'd ever been out of country, and that's the last thing I remember saying no. And so they could not find a. They knew I had pneumonia, but they didn't know where it came from. And finally, when they realized 2 or 3 days later that it came from Europe, they found an antibody.
How did you get that? How did you get it?
Well, I don't know. I can only surmise where I got it from, so I don't know if it's true or not.
I see.
So you don't know where you get it.
Okay. So what happened?
So they put me. I went into a coma. They induced me into a coma. I was in a coma for 41 days.
41 days.
41 days. They had told my daughter that if this doesn't work, he's probably not going to make it.
Oh wow!
But I made it for 41 days, and I had all sorts of wild dreams and wild experiences in these dreams.
Talk about that. Let's hear
Oh,
it.
you don't know. They were not good dreams. They were bad.
But we want to hear about them.
They were
anyway.
they were just terrible dreams about what hell would be like, and
Hell?
yeah, it was not a good experience. And so when I finally came to, they took me to the rehab center, and that's when I started. I weighed 205 pounds. It was all water.
205.
It was all water weight. I was way overweight. I couldn't. My body had what it calls when your body, you can't move your arms, you can't move your legs. Everything's heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah. There's a name of that. There's a name for that. But anyway, in rehab they had to reteach me. Of course I told you I was on the track of my neck. I was on a feeding tube in my stomach. I couldn't. That's where the worst case of what could happen to you. I was going right. Everything was going right through me. And I can tell you that God put His hands on me the whole time I was there, because I had three nurses. Two of them were physical therapists, and one was a nurse that took care of me. And I was so sick.
Yes.
You're at a point in life that you don't give up, but you just say, Lord, I don't know what else to do. You get your.
But you are conscious now.
I'm conscious.
Praying.
I'm conscious, but I'm not panicked.
You're serene.
I'm serene, but
you're peaceful.
I want to get out of here. My goal was to get out of here. I don't want to stay here.
Why is that?
Because I want to get back home.
You mentioned about the three
nurses.
the 3:45 in the morning. What was that?
Oh yeah. The 3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning. I had this one nurse. God bless her, man. She was an angel. She was an angel. She would clean me up. I was pooping everywhere. I was throwing up everywhere. I was running temperatures. She would wipe me down and clean me up. And she would always say, "It's okay, Harold. That is okay."
Yes.
And she was such a professional about taking care of me. And you know that God had His hands in her heart to take care of me. Just the fact that she cared so much. She would come in at 3. She would come in at 2:30, and most of the time, she worked a double shift. So she was always working until 7 o'clock in the morning.
She's always there for you. Then
she was always there for me, and she was the one that took care of me that way. Then I had another one named Nicole that could come in at 6:30 when I was trying to get to learn myself to walk again and stand up.
Yes.
And my God, she never gave up on me till I got up to where I could sit at the end of the bed and move my legs, and then put my legs on the ground,
I see.
and then move my legs, and then get up on the walker, and stand there and do steps. And I remember the first time I just took 5 steps back and forth
Wow.
and sat down.
So you're just like
And I just
to walk
relearning
again.
all over again. And she never gave up. And so
She was great at her
oh
job.
my God, this woman was unbelievable. So I was able to walk to the doorway and then walk back with the walker. And then, of course, you just progress and progress and progress.
Yes.
And then I had another one.
Oh.
I had another nurse that was my physical therapist. And talk about pain. About pain because I hadn't stood up yet. I hadn't stood at that point when I was learning to stand up. They finally got me to stand up, and it scared me. Fear is the worst thing you could have when you're trying to rehab, because where is a safe place? The safe place is to lay in bed and complain. But you know what? They had bets on me that I was not going to make it.
Really?
Yeah, there was 2 of us. They thought he was going to outbeat me, but you know what? He's still there, and I'm ready. I'm already home.
Wow. So are you saying that this is really God's word?
Yes, God is the one that got me. You know, once I got over the fear that I could do it, then nothing stopped me. God had His hands on me the whole time.
Yes. Yes, that's awesome. See, everyone, God is working in us, through us, helping each other. That's why we must be loving to each other, right?
Right, and I got myself back into real estate again. I'm doing.
You're back to work.
I'm back to work again. They told me I would never go back to work again. They told me I'd never drive a car again. Guess what are we doing?
Yes, you drove me today.
I drove
or the other day.
Yeah, who drove? And we went to California.
We went to California. Who drive? And then we went to church. Harold was driving.
And I drive. So I'm driving. I'm selling real estate. I'm back again.
Back in the saddle again.
That's it.
Thanks to the love of God.
That's it.
Wow, what a testimony. So what would you tell everyone out there listening to you?
I'm just telling you that if things aren't working and you have fear, I want you to read that.
You want to read? Okay.
Yeah.
Harold wants me to read this verse from the Bible.
Okay.
Matthew 11, verse 28 to 31. Peace. Where does it say?
It says here, come to me.
Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke, and you
Take my yoke upon you.
take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I love that verse.
Yes, that's a verse that I used. That's the verse that I used to keep myself going. You know what happened this morning that came up on the internet, and I go, oh my God, God is reminding me.
Yes, God is reminding you
know,
that
this-
He's there. He's always there
You
for
know,
you.
He says, wake up, wake up.
Yes, because the Bible is the book of life, and God is our Father. He's always taking good care of us.
That's it.
Right?
You know, I'm sleeping better. You know, I'm sleeping better. I'm back to my normal weight.
Yes.
You know.
Wow, and everybody says that Harold is back from the dead.
Right, they told me I'm a miracle.
He is a walking miracle, everyone, like everyone else. So remember that God is love, and love is everywhere, and God is everywhere. Be safe, everyone. Love each other. Make it a love-filled kind of day. Mi amores. a show where we bring out the best in everyone. Every week, we inspire others to show love,